Welcome back. Today we are talking about Mexican citizenship and how easy it is to apply if your parents are Mexican. Let me start by saying that there is no such thing as dual citizenship. This is because under the Mexican Constitution, it states if your parents are Mexican, you are Mexican. Therefore, Mexican citizenship is your right. No citizenship tests are required or any other requirements that foreigners have to go through when applying for Mexican citizenship. You just need a few documents. Very simple. Here we go. First, your parents' Mexican birth certificates. If they're obsolete, you will need to update them to the current format. You can do this at the Mexican consulate or at the Registro Civil if the process is being done in Mexico. Number 2, your birth certificate of country of origin. Note, Mexico will not accept this birth certificate, which is issued by the hospital. Instead, you need to provide a birth certificate from the county clerk's office. Number 3, your identification from country of origin. Your state ID or American passport is suffice. Number 4, proof of address. You can meet this requirement with an electric bill. The CFE is a government entity, making the electric bill a government document, so to speak. Now, the name on the bill doesn't matter. They just need to see an address to satisfy the need for proof of address. And finally, the apostille or apostillado, as it's known in Spanish. This is a document that streamlines the process of authenticating documents for use in other countries. However, I want to add that the apostille is not required. However, without it, the process of receiving your Mexican citizenship could take up to 6 months. I added the apostille. I went in on a Monday, and I had my Mexican citizenship on Thursday. 3 days. I'm originally from Los Angeles, but with a quick Google search, you can see that there are plenty of businesses that offer this service. I applied for my Mexican citizenship about 4 years ago, and I remember the cost for this document was about $156. I'm pretty sure it went up by now, but you can definitely just Google it and you'll get all that information. Well, there you have it, folks. The process to become a Mexican citizen if your parents are Mexican is very simple. All that is required are a few documents. If you are over the age of 18, you do not need your parents present with you at the time. However, this is doing the process in Mexico. Completing the process outside of Mexico requires the same documents with the addition of your parents' marriage certificate. Also, your father must accompany you to the consulate, regardless if you are over the age of 18. He will be interviewed, which this interview can last but not limited to 3 hours. This is because the Mexican consulate would have to call Mexico City. Mexico City would have to call back and interview your father. This whole process again would take about 3 hours. And the last thing that you should take note of, if you become a Mexican citizen and you find yourself in any form of distress or in need of assistance, you would not be able to seek support from your home country because you are now a Mexican citizen and the Mexican authorities would be responsible for your safety. Number 2, if you commit a crime in Mexico, you will not be extradited to your country of origin because you are now a Mexican citizen. You would have to pay your debt to society in a Mexican correctional facility. On the other hand, you could now skip the lines at the airports. You wouldn't have to worry about visas. You can stay in Mexico as long as you'd like. You can own property. You can vote and run for public office. And you would have access to the medical and education systems in Mexico. Well, that wraps it up. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Peace.